Hey everyone, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. This is Silver Hyena, and what I've got going for today's video is yet another installment of art supplies that I really didn't need, but I wanted to get anyway just because, well, they looked interesting and I found them in an interesting place. These, for example, these artist quality Blackwood colored pencils I had picked up from, of all places, Ross. Yes, the place where you dress for less. Apparently they sell art supplies. Who knew? Well, now you do. Anyways, yeah, let's just dive into this just because, well, these are black colored pencils. They look cool, okay? And of course, tape. The enemy. All right, let's see. Come on. Oh, good. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, I ain't keeping this. Yeah, I wasn't originally planning on showing my face on camera today, but this must be done. Yeah, I'm totally feeling the quality here. I'm hoping this is just a bad first impression. Anyways, I decided that I wanted to try these out on this toned paper because I have not used it in a while. So I figure that's as good of reason as any. Although before I begin the swatching process, I gotta sharpen this real quick. So just a moment, please. Alrighty, and I'm back. These are all now neatly arranged. And before I get started on the swatches, let's just take a look. Like, these look very nice, sleek, minimalistic might be a word I'd use to describe them. They're really, really light. I mean, like, these almost feel like charcoal sticks with how light they are. I mean, they look really cool, but it's like all you've got is the color lead, and you've got the little color on the top there, and then there is no writing whatsoever on the barrel. I mean, like I said, they look nice, very minimalistic, but they're really lightweight, so I'm not exactly holding out a lot of hope for these, but let's give it a try. Okay, well, it does go down on the paper nice. Well, perhaps there may be hope yet. Anyways, I'm gonna carry on with these swatches, get that done, and then some blending tests, and then do an actual illustration. You guys know the drill. Let's get going on that. Okay, so overall, these swatches turned out a lot better than what I was expecting for $3 colored pencils, but still have to try out some blending. So, probably helps if I point the camera towards where I'm blending. generally helps. Yeah, these do feel a little bit on the scratchy side. But overall, they're not doing horribly. I think overall, that's actually not a bad pigmentation for cheap colored pencils. Huh. Wow. You know what? Color me surprised. I'm gonna try another test real quick and then I need to think of something to draw, so yeah, I'm just gonna get to that. Okay, so you can mix the colors pretty well. And I tried doing some white on top. It just looks a little bit lighter, not by much. In fact, the white I think is actually kind of the weakest pigmented of the bunch, but you know, I'll work with it. I will see what can be done. So, yep, illustration time. Okay, so, quick little recap. At first, I wasn't expecting much from these colored pencils. Then the swatching phase caught me by surprise. But it was when I was actually using them that I was like, okay, not half bad at all. Now, the whole Blackwood thing seems more like a gimmick to look cool, but I don't really think it does anything to the performance of the pencils. But don't get me wrong, these colored pencils do look very sleek and cool. I'd like to do more work with toned paper. Yes, I know I keep saying that. If you've never considered toned paper before, just consider trying it out. Toned paper can really add a new layer of depth and, dare I say, even excitement to your artwork. In fact, now that I think of it, I'd love to see more toned papers for markers. I know there's black watercolor paper too. All right, back on track. Have you ever gone hunting for art supplies in places that you don't typically think of as having art supplies? Post your stories in the comments below. I want to hear about what kinds of interesting artistic treasures you have found in the most unlikely of places. After this experience, I may need to return to my local Ross just to see what they've got art supplies wise. It's been a hot while since the last time I was there.
If I had to equate the quality of these pencils to anything, I'd say that Crayola colored pencils might be the closest. Although these ones are arguably much cooler looking than Crayola. Black just makes everything look cooler, what can I say? Now, to point out some flaws, I really wish that the white colored pencil had a stronger pigment. It was weaker than I'd like. In fact, I'd say that when compared to premium brands like Faber-Castell or Caran d'Ache, the pigments of all these pencils are relatively weak. Of course, comparing these no-name colored pencils that cost $3 at Ross to the likes of Polychromos or Luminance is hardly fair. In this case, I'd say that you definitely get what you pay for.
Alright, I have to say, these surprised the heck out of me. I mean, I was not expecting this much quality for some cheap colored pencils that were regularly cheap to begin with and were even cheaper at Ross, a place where you go to get discount clothes. If I had to give these a numerical rating, I would definitely say that given the cheap price tag and what you're able to accomplish with them, I'd say that a 7 out of 10 is acceptable just because of the price and you can work with them. I mean, like, I'm having trouble talking right now just because I'm in kind of shock, but kind of a good shock, if that makes sense. Because I was not expecting these. I mean, especially since it's like this green one here. It came with a broken lead, and you all know how I feel about broken leads. But during the drawing process, not one broken lead. So, yeah. Huh, whoa, this is weird. Anyways, I certainly hope that you have enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed doing this. I had a lot of fun with this piece, just using all these bright colors, and this toned can paper. Why have I not been using this more often? Why? Post below in the comments, why have I not been using this paper more often? Because I don't know the answer. Anyways, with that being said, I certainly hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, while we're at it, why not visit my Instagram at SilverHyenaArt. And with that being said, this is Silver Hyena signing off. Stay creative, everybody. Bye!